Hey everyone, welcome to the video, and in this video we are gonna do data analysis with Python Pandas. So I'm gonna show you, we would be working with the dates and times and the date time objects and timestamp and stuff like that. And it's gonna be the complete tutorial on date, time, and get the data from this date to this date, or during business days, or of this year and that, and stuff like that. So let's get started. I know a lot of people usually struggle a lot with this, so I thought, let's make it useful for everyone, right? So I'm gonna use the dataset for this. All right, so that's done. We want to make our notebook really clean. Right, step one, we're gonna say, we want to import all the libraries. All right, so the first of all we need import. Let me zoom it so you can see it. So we're gonna say pandas as pd import seaborn as sns import we're gonna say os, or just we can say matplotlib dot inline. So that's done. So matplotlib inline, so just want to correct the spelling mistake quickly. Right, so let's, right, that's done. Beautiful. Moving to step two. By the way, I just want to show you, those who guys are not want to see a complete data analysis stuff. So here you have seen I have done a massive analysis on this data set. So if you just want to read, you can go to the link and read it. So I'm gonna be doing step by step so everyone can follow with me. We're gonna work with DateTime, as I said. So the first step would be the second step that usually we do is step two, right? Three of them. So the second step that would be I would be doing is get to know about your data set. All right, so first of all we have to learn about the data set. So read CSV, and I'm gonna use the hourly this data set, and it's gonna print. All right, so this is the data set. We also want to do some more analysis. So here we have a nice information. Let me do a describe and an info. So this tells us that the data set, what is the mean standard deviation. So the minimum is 95,000 megawatt. The maximum was about units, tens, 100,000, 10,000, so 25,000 megawatts. And this also gives us the information about the columns. So we have 1,21,273 columns, right? So that's step two. Now step three is basically we want to convert our data set into time series. So the way I will be doing is this, or I'm going to be handling this. So it's going to say step number 3. So what I am going to do is basically, in order to convert this into a DateTime object, so if you do df, right, so while reading the CSV only I'm going to do that. So while reading the CSV, there is an option in pandas parse underscore, right, and it takes dates, and in the list I'm gonna give the name of the column, and the name of the column is DateTime. So now here you see now it's converted into a DateTime object. So once that is done, we can just, so once I've converted that into a DateTime object, so what I'm gonna do is the first analysis is basically I want the data from certain to certain date. So before that, let me show you how do I extract year and month and week. So let me just print the head. Don't worry, this will make sense. This is the data set, right? I want to extract year, I want to add a year column, a month column, a day column, a week column, a weekend, weekdays, whatever. So the way to do that, so I'm gonna say df, I'm gonna say new underscore date, right? And I would be saying pd dot to underscore date time, right? Complete that, and this would take df by default, and gonna say the column that you want to pass, right? And once that is done, you can say dt dot date. Similarly, I'm gonna create for the time as well. I'm using camel casing, remember that. So pd dot to underscore date time, df date time dot date dot dt dot year, or dot dt dot, it's gonna be time since it's a time, and essentially copy for the months, and at the end. So that is done, and I can also do it for the weekdays or weekends. So let's keep it a little simple now. So if I run this and try to print df.head, which will essentially print the first 4 rows. So now we have the months, the new time, and the new date. Essentially I forgot to add the year column, so I will do that as well, and then we'll do analysis. So it's beautiful that I'm gonna show you. So year, just add that. So now we have the year. Oops, what went wrong? Sorry. Alright, so we have the year. Now guys, here comes the thing. I wanna know, I wanna see how many years data set is there here. So the way I can do that, can say df.year dot unique. This will tell me the unique date. So if I can also do df, if I want to just know the count, and sure enough run that. So there are 15, this is a 15-year data set. So this is what this tells us. So if I just want to grab the data set of 2004, or I want to see what was the maximum energy consumption in the year 2004, it's pretty easy. Let me just frame a question here. What was maximum (2004)? Yep. Now the answer to this, so remember, we want the data frame where the year column equals to 2004. So if I run this, essentially it's a boolean, and I want the data frame. So if I do this, so this is the data set of 2004, but I don't want all the data, so I just want the megawatts of 2004. This is the megawatt, and what was the maximum energy that was consumed in megawatts. So this is the maximum energy that was consumed in the year 2004. So what was the maximum energy consumed in the year 2004? So we can just add the question a little bit in megawatts, right? So this is the maximum. Similarly, I can again reframe this question for you. saying that what was the minimum energy consumed. So essentially the same thing. Instead of max, gonna call mean, or I can also say another question. Oops, sorry for that. Fuck. All right. Right. So I can say what was the average energy consumption in the year 2004, right? That is also done. So essentially the same thing. Mean. This is the average energy that was consumed, right? So we have answered all the three questions. Now the question is, I want to know from this date to this date, what are the energy consumption values. So I want to do some analysis. So I want to see how the energy distribution is distributed. So essentially so I want to plot basically the energy distribution. So I want to see. So first of all, let me just add some rows. Energy distribution. So I want to plot that. So essentially the head, and I'm gonna say SNS dot dist plot, and wanna plot the energy. This is the distribution, right? Then what I wanna do is I wanna check how many. So we have done with this part. So I want to see the relationship between the year and the megawatt. So I want to plot the energy consumption throughout all the years. So what I can do. So I want to plot this. So it's pretty easy. We are going to say SNS dot line plot x equals to. So I'm gonna say df your y, and on the y side I'm gonna say megawatt supply data df, and run that. So this is the result that it gave me. But if I just want a plot of any specific year, let's say I just want a plot, I see the energy was maximum in 2007 maybe. So I want to see what was the distribution of energy in the year 2007. So essentially I need to first of all grab the data of 2007. So it's pretty easy. So I can say df dot year 2007, right? And essentially grab the data frame. So that's the data frame of 2007, and I wanna see the average energy consumption. So I will say AEP. Oops. So I wanna say average energy consumption. I'm gonna call the mean. This is the average energy consumption in that year. So I want to plot it and see if I can do that. So I'm just gonna call a quick plot method dot plot dot line. So this is how the graph looks like in the year 2007. So essentially that is what, or essentially I can do it in a better way using Seaborn. So SNS dot line plot, I can say XS. So this is gonna be a little tricky. So I want to grab the year, right? So 2007. So grab that entire frame. Alright, so I want to grab just the years. So let me just test it out. So just want to grab the year column. Right, so essentially this is 2007. That is what I want to on the x-axis. So that's what I want on the x-axis, remember. On the y-axis I want the values of the year 2007. So we already did this. This is the value. Alright, what do we do wrong? Well, something small issue, I don't know why. Oh, data. So wow, that's interesting. We just have a spike in the year 2007. Something went wrong, I'm not sure what exactly, but I was expecting a plot. So that's fine, no problem, that's good. So I was thinking, to plot this up so I can see what was the distribution in the year 2007. So if I do this, it's gonna grab the value. I don't know if there is something known as count plot, or let's just do a plot. This is how it looks, that's all I can get. So let's say scatter plot. Oh yeah, scatter does not work because it needs x and y, so that's fine. Let's just say for this time, so for this is how the graph looks for the 2007. Now let us do a little more analysis. Now I also want to compare the year and the energy. I want to do a regression plot on that, so you can do that as well. So, or essentially a KDE plot which will show the distribution. So sorry for that, that's df. So it's right now loading, it's kind of working on that. So since that is working, so this was the energy consumption in 15 years with the years, right? So I can remove that so it's a little bit tidy. So this is the average energy consumption. Alright, so since still it's working, now we also want to plot relation. When was the energy maximum, during the daytime or during the night time? So I'm gonna say alright, so I wanna draw a simple plot, so I'm gonna say so this is still essentially running, so that is why it's like taking time, and I don't know what's going on with this one. It's kind of froze right now for a while. What I can do is stop it, right? So that's gonna be my time on that axis. data. Maybe I don't know why it's taking such a long time. Maybe it's, yeah, so we have that graph. So this is, we can see that during, it starts from morning 5 a.m. and in the night it starts slowing down. So this is a nice graph which depicts all the characteristics. So I'm able to run this. I don't know, it's taking a long time on my computer, might be a little slow. And after that I'm gonna be showing you extracting data with respect to range of date. So ext. Alright, so now we want to extract data based on the date range. So essentially, oh yeah, this will still not run because this is still running, so I have to stop it. Sorry for that. So it's taking a long time, so I have to just stop it. Alright, so extracting the data based on the date range. This is the data, right? Now I want to extract data from 2005 12/31 to 2006 12/31, so a specific date. So in Pandas, there is a way to do that. So let me open my snippets. I'm gonna show you the easy way, right? So let's do it. So first of all, I want to grab data. So just to be sure, I want to get the data. I want to get the details about the date. So df new date dot info. Oh, sorry. So essentially just doing a kind of describe method on that column. So this gives me a little bit of information about that. So now if I want the date range in Python, it's pretty easy. So I want the date. So remember, I have a column known as new date. New date, right? And from that date I want the dates all which is greater than, and here I will specify my date range. So 2005 10/01. So date range between this inside a tuple or a braces, date range in this, and I want and df new date less than equal to, the date range would be 2007 10/01, and yep, that's all. And we need the entire data frame, so I'm gonna say df put everything inside this bracket, df1 or 1 is equal to run. So we have an error, not supported between instances DateTime and date dot and string. Alright, so something silly went wrong. Let's make sure what did we do wrong. So we have it here, right? Oh yeah, our index is not the date, so we need to set the index first. That is what the issue is. So I'm gonna set the index to new date. So now that's done. Let's say that's fine. So now we have set it up our index, and Now this gave me an error because it's not converted into a date time, it's kind of like a string still. So I need to convert this into a date time series or whatever stuff. So I just grab the first element and do a type on it. So you can see it's so datetime.date. So since this is a date time, it should work ideally. I might have done something wrong, so let's try this method instead. So df.look from this date to this date. So let's see. So here we see now we have the data. So so I don't know what went wrong with that method, but you can use this method df.look from this date to this date. So this will help you to get the data with specified date range, right? So essentially that works. Now let me try the other method that I just showed you. Even that will work, should work ideally. So like this method. Right, so from this range to this range, let's see. So now it's kind of working. So we have two values between that date to that date. So between 2005 and 2007, I mean the megawatts column. So let me just grab the entire data frame now. Alright, I don't know why it does not work. So that is how you get the data from a date range. And if you want to plot, so if you just want 2007 data, so you can say 1001 2010-01. So here you can say 01, here you can say 12, so 0101, and you can say 30th the day. Did I do something wrong? Series, oh, something, the date range. I think this is month. In US it's what is the format? Year, month, date, or date, month? I think let's try this. Oops. Let's do it again. So I don't know why am I getting a blank data. Maybe it's because of the axes or something. Let's just say df.head. Oh, so the df.head itself is creating a issue. So if I just do df, oh, so there is a small issue. I don't know, I maybe ran something on that, so it's just giving me all the columns. But we did so far such a good analysis on this. We extracted a lot of information, and this video would be useful, I believe. You know, I showed you to extract date, year, month, and stuff like that. So that's it for this video. Have questions, please post them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. And meanwhile, I'll just try to fix this stuff. I don't know what went wrong, but thank you for watching this video. Hope you will have fun and learn something new. So thank you very much, and see you guys next time.